Hello, welcome to this video tutorial where we are going to explain how can we include the AMIDST dependencies in a maven project. So the first thing we have to do is to open IntelliJ IDEA. You could use any other IDE, however, the process here explained is focused into this software. Here we will create a new empty project, even though you can follow the same steps in an existing project. For creating a new project, in the initial dialog box, we click on Create New Project. Then we have to choose the kind of project we want to create. In this case, it would be a maven project. One important thing is that we use the correct Java version, which should be 1.8 or higher. Otherwise, the Toolbox will not work. So here it should be to 1.8. Then we click on Next. In the following screen, we have to input some information about our project. This is not important for the scope of this tutorial. Then you can type whatever you want. For example, in group ID, you could write com.yourcompany. In artifact ID, write AMIDST project. Then we click on Next. Here in this screen, we have to type the name of the project, which could be AMIDST project. Then we click on Finish. Once the project is open, in the upper right corner of the window, we can see a message saying maven project need to be imported. So we advise you to click on Enable Auto Import. Then, if we go to the project panel located in the left side of the window, we can see that this project is empty. It only contains some configuration files. For including the AMIDST dependencies, we simply have to modify the file pom.xml. The first thing we have to do is to indicate the address of our repository in this file. For that, we add an element repositories. Inside, we write another element called repository. And this one will contain all the information of our repository with the AMIDST artifact. And it should contain two fields. The first one, ID, which is a local identifier, so you can write whatever you want. We will type, for example, AMIDST repo. And then the important one is the address of the repository. In this case, it would be the one I'm typing. All the dependencies of our project will be indicated inside the labels dependencies, and each of them inside the element dependency. In group ID, we will write eu.amidst. In artifact ID, we write the name of the module we want to use, for example, core dynamic. In scope, we write compile, and finally, version will contain the version of the AMIDST project, for example, 0.4.2. Now we can go to the maven project panel located on the right side of the window, and we can see that the artifact core dynamic with all its dependencies has been correctly loaded. Now, for testing this dependency, we will create a new Java class called, for example, testing AMIDST. We write the main method as usual. In this example, we will randomly create a new dynamic Bayesian network using the class dynamic Bayesian network generator. First, we set the number of continuous variables, for example 2, then the number of discrete variables, for example 5, and finally we have to indicate the number of state of each discrete variable, for example 3. We initialize a new object of the class Dynamic Bayesian Network called extended DBN. And for creating the network, we call the static method generate dynamic Bayesian network. Finally, we will print the parameters of this network and we click on Run. We can see that the program runs correctly. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial, and I hope you start using the AMIDST toolbox without any problem.